time to land inside the bird's nest. We talking some Eagles. What are we making the Eagles signings, Matt? Like, are we good? They got a receiver in Pascal. I like that. I saw that coming a mile away. I was like, Pascal sitting there, he's not doing anything. Nobody's thinking about him. That's a guy you can go grab, not have to spend nothing crazy. They got the linebacker. They got Reddick. I don't know where they're going to do with him, where they're going to go linebacker, DN. They're going to make him solely a pass rusher. They're going to make him play in any type of coverage. I would stick with what he's great at and rushing the passer. And I don't say they go to 3-4 and have him outside and rushing, but I don't know. You primarily use him as a rusher. You kind of do what, and I hate to say this, what Dallas did with Micah last year, where, yeah, he can play the run, but you see him in a lot of passing downs going after the quarterback. A lot of blitzes. I want to see some blitzes from Gannon now. If you got a linebacker that's going to stand up back there.
Yeah, he's got finally a personnel to bring pressure. I think he's going to sort of be in that Sam linebacker, Jannard Avery kind of spot. I think he's obviously a better player than Jannard Avery. Yeah. I don't know how he fits, how the rotation's going to be, and the rest of the defense. Now, I think what's really interesting is this tackle they brought in, right? Former All-Pro, right? Really good, just got released, and they were able to sign him at what? $4 million below what his last contract was?
Uh-huh.
So what do we know about Fletcher Cox? Like, what makes his game
I hear he's
special?
a big name. I hear he's a big name. I hear he garners attention. I hear you need to hide your wife from him. He's a ladies' man. I hear these things. But he could be special. And, he was getting 18. Now you're only paying him 14, which is, I wish I had $4 million to kick around.
Right, yeah.
It's not a little bit of money, people. Like, we look at it in football terms. You're like, that's nothing. No, $4 million is a lot of money. So, no, like, it was interesting. It was interesting to see the move. I was like, all right, they cut him, and then, like, immediately you hear the whispers of, nah, they're just doing this. I don't know why I had it in my head he would come back for, like, a 1-year deal that was going to give him, like, in single figures. Like, if you come back, like,
I was
1 year for, like, 7.
I was thinking 1 year,
I'd be
9,
jumping around, I was 7, 8, 9, something in that range. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'd have been jumping around. You saved $10 million by cutting Fletch and bringing him back for a year. But my gripe, and I put this in the newsletter, go check out Bell and the Birdman newsletter, where this video will be momentarily when I can get to a computer. But go check that out. My gripe is with a player like Fletch, who still has something, who still commands some type of attention, I would just, and you can tell me where you stand on this, I would prefer to get something for him. As opposed to these 1 year, let's see what Fletch has got. Can we still use Fletch for a year type thing? So next year, what are you going to do? You going to give him another year at some minimal contract? Or, like, at some point, maybe. I would like to see how many years have we been sitting here wishing or thinking, all right, this might be the year they trade Fletch. This might be the year they move Fletch. And then
the last 2 years or so.
It's done. So it's like, are y'all really good on just letting them walk when you can't use them anymore? And that doesn't sit well with me. But I'll let you have the floor. Matthew.
Part of me thinks that when he's done, he's just kind of going to be done, right? He's, in his 30s now. He's a big guy. It's hard to keep that kind of physique and play the way he does. And, obviously he's lost a step. And, I don't think it's, that much of a reach to say that another year or two is all he could really have left in the league, right, as a truly productive player. And I don't think anybody's going to sign him when he's not. He's, not going to be like one of those Tank Johnson guys who just hangs around forever. And
right now, last year was year 10.
Yeah.
You're going to have him for that. You're going to have him for year 11. You're probably right. And then we would start asking ourselves, 11, 12 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro. Does that garner him any Hall of Fame consideration? I know we were talking early. It's hard for defensive tackles. I don't really know what we kind of know what they want you to have if you're a quarterback or a receiver or something like that, or a running back. But I don't really know what the criteria is for D tackle. Who's the last D tackle that went into great fanfare? I guess it was Warren Sapp.
Yeah,
I think Warren Sapp had way more All-Pros.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox's thing is, right, he shares his time with Aaron Donald. So he's never going to be like, oh, he was the best player at his position because
Yeah.
of Aaron Donald.
Yeah, like Warren Sapp has 4 All-Pros,
Yeah.
7 Pro Bowls. And he's also a champion. Fletch is a champion. So there's that. So
To be fair, Warren Sapp had a great defense around him, and that's
Yes.
part of it.
there are what,
Fletch
four-
has really never had
I'm
a
not-
great
I
defense.
don't think- Is Rondé in? I don't think Rondé's in.
I don't think Rondé's in, but he's close.
So you got Lynch is in.
Yeah.
Brooks is in.
Yep.
And Warren's in. It's like,
Yeah.
you have 2 to 3 other Hall of Fame players on that
Right,
defensive
and then
team.
Pro Bowlers like Simeon Rice.
Simeon Rice.
Yeah, he was really good.
Oh yeah. People sleep on Simeon Rice.
Yeah.
Number 97. Do your Googles. To borrow a line from my boy Cliff.
It's right. Who else? Like Boston Scott's back.
Woohoo!
Like great. Now it's great. Gonna take more carries.
You know
and-
Boston Scott is the linchpin?
right, more carries.
You don't know that
more-
Boston Scott is the key to the future? No, not at all.
I mean, we
The fuck, Howie.
we talked tough about wanting to see more Kenny Gainwell. Then
Exactly.
right, then we
Kenny G.
bring back
The
Boston
mellow
Scott.
tones of
Yeah.
Kenny. I gotta say, are you like me? Like
Zach
crying
Pascal
yourself-
is baby aspirin.
I need to know if Matt Maratea is like me. Do you cry yourself to sleep at night knowing that we kind of whiffed on like every possible quarterback trade we possibly could have made?
So this is gonna
'Cause
be.
I'm like,
this
it was
is my
every
thing.
name we
Yeah.
threw up at the end of the season. Oh, we could trade for Aaron. Maybe we lived through Deshaun, even though nobody wants him here. Russ was the big name. Sorry, Vince Quinn. Sorry, Vince. I love you, buddy. Sorry. Like we thought Russ was a possibility. Now people are throwing stupid shit at us, like, oh, maybe they'll trade for Jimmy G. Maybe they want fucking Matt Ryan. Why would I want dead arm Matt Ryan? Damn you, Barchard! Don't do this to me.
Look, Matt Ryan's a good quarterback wherever you put him.
Yeah, all right.
Right, right,
Until the game matters in the fourth quarter.
right. Like who was he throwing to last year? And he still basically dragged that team.
Cordero Patterson is a legend, sir.
Cordero Patterson was his running back.
He was his running back / wide receiver / punt returner / everything.
Right? He turned Cordero Patterson into like some type of all-star gadget player.
Exactly. That Cordero Patterson was like 1997 Deion Sanders out there.
Kyle
He
Pitts was
played
getting
whatever.
10 targets a game.
Oh man, I just don't think you're getting now. You might get a little bit of difference between what you get with Jalen Hurts with a better pure pocket passer, but I can't do it. I can't get there with Matt Ryan. I think it's better.
Can't bring
him.
the
I'm
Philly
not
high
trade-
school
I don't want to trade for
sensation.
anybody in which I think their best days are behind.
You can't bring back the Henry Avenue slinger,
Henry Avenue,
the Penn Charter Quaker.
the Penn Charter passer.
But right, so I kind of wrote about this in the newsletter, so sign up if you're not. But this was the march of disrespect towards Jalen Hurts.
Yes, it was. I can't tell you how many people just flat out he sucks.
Right? So
He's bad. We don't have a quarterback. Literally, people are saying, I'm like, where did this come from? I didn't hear any of this till all these quarterbacks started whiffing over our heads and missing on them. I swear to God, I didn't hear this during the season, right after the season, any of that. Now, all of a sudden, once we don't get any of these quarterbacks, he's garbage.
so you see,
He stinks.
the thing was, I think
Like, who are these dudes and what rock did they crawl them from under?
people thought that like, oh, we've got the guy now. We're not going to be in these quarterback discussions, right? And people like sort of were waiting on the team to give them that assurance. And then once it came out that, right, Russ turned us down, right? Deshaun, right? Russ turning us down was fine, right? I mean, you trade one quarterback for another quarterback. They're kind of similar. One's a decade older and has a lot more accolades, better passer. The other one, we're hoping he models his game after the Russ, right? Fine, whatever. Deshaun Watson, basically little brothering Jalen Hurts, was ridiculous, right? Him saying, "Look, I'm not going to waive my no trade to Philadelphia because I'm not going to take my buddy's job." What?
Yeah. What?
First off,
Bullshit.
why are they friends?
Exactly.
Right? That's not a good sign. Like,
Like, do we need to start checking in on your massages now, Jalen? Like, we need
Right.
to know it.
Right, it's
You
weird.
getting
'cause
happy endings, bro?
we think of him as such like a
Yeah,
high
is he-
character guy, like a leader.
I don't know.
And all of a sudden, Deshaun's like, "Oh,
And
that's
I
my
know-
friend.
I
I'm not
know-
going to take his job." I was like, "Friend,
Yeah, I'm
sir."
like, and I'm not like a lot of football fans. Sorry, those less pigmented that didn't realize what he was doing when he was sticking his tongue out and doing all of that stuff.
Mhm.
I know about the fraternity.
Yeah.
I'm well aware. Now, tongue out ain't sitting too good with me after I know he's friends with this guy. Keep your tongue in your mouth all season, Jalen. Thank you. No more of that.
Right, and so there was that, and the fact that the Eagles were so heavily considering Watson, right, over Jalen, I think is not a good sign. And then, right, they're taking Kenny Pickett out to dinner, right? Kenny, small hands, two gloves, Pickett,
Oh, God.
right, is getting wined and dined by the Eagles, right? So now essentially, Jalen Hurts is somehow turned
They're
into
gonna.
Khloe Kardashian, and Howie Roseman is Lamar Odom,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Like, so hopefully that motivates Jalen to come back. But
I
now,
swear to God, if they
he-
pull another Carson, like they drafted that somehow that kid Pickett go to like the second round and how he drafted him like in the second round or some shit,
Well, you see,
I'm gonna lose my mind.
here's the thing now, right? Jalen Hurts doesn't owe the city of Philadelphia jack. He doesn't
No,
owe this
they don't
team
do a
jack,
damn thing.
right? Because they have remained non-committal to him and essentially did their best to move on,
Yeah,
right? Unfortunately, there was, no
Russ
Frank
didn't-
Reich out the trade
Yeah.
there,
Exactly.
but so it's very frustrating. It's very disconcerting.
I don't even know how you do it. Like, how do you even make up for that? Like, you imagine like you're kind of you like your girl, she's cool and all of that. She's
Right, like-
cute, you
like
hang out
Jalen
with her.
Hurts shows
But
up
then
to the
you're constantly
NovaCare,
at
yeah.
the club checking out other chicks, and they keep spurning you, and then you go back to your girl. Who knows you go out there and hunt for other girls and for a new woman, and you go home and try to pretend and tell her, no, baby, it's always been you. Like, it has the potential to get ugly.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
So yeah, I mean, like, what Jalen's gonna walk into NovaCare for training camp? Like, how he's gonna be there? What, like, what's that conversation gonna be like? What's that stare down gonna be like?
You've always been my boy, Jalen. You've always been my guy.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I didn't even look at her like that. I don't even remember his name. That guy in Seattle. I don't even remember his name.
look,
Baby, you mean everything to me.
we were just trying to make another team trade up to take old small hands Pickett there. You understand?
He got to be brutally honest, like Eddie Murphy and Raw. Like, what do you want to hear? I fucked her. Yeah, I fucked her. I make love to you, baby. He's different. Yes, I fucked her. I make love to you. That's how you gotta be, Howie. You gotta move it, or just go. It wasn't me. It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
But I saw you on NFL Network.
No, it wasn't me. No, you were interviewed by Mort Report. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Sal Powell was over at the complex. It wasn't me. You got to do something, Howie, because that's not going to be fun. You got this kid sitting in your face who knows that you were ready to move on in an instant.